Welcome to another episode of MoEdTalks. And I'm excited about today's topic, which will be very brief. And it's about professional development. I'm going to start with a very important question for you. Who is driving your professional development? Is it your building principal? Is it some other form of administrative leader? Is it a former professor? Could it potentially be a mentor? If you are thinking any one of those people, your answer may not be wrong, but I'm going to encourage you today to make sure you are the person driving your own professional development. And you're probably asking the question, Montel, why do I need to be the person driving it? My building has professional development that we can do. My district has professional development that we can do. And you're right. You're going to get so much professional development through your career from your building leaders, from your district leaders, and it's going to help you grow immensely in what you do. But you, as a singular teacher, will have things that are unique to you and how you can grow that are different from the teacher teaching across the hall from you, next door to you, or on the other side of the building. So I must ask you, when you need something that does not align with your building goals, your district goals for professional development, what are you doing about that? Are you taking the initiative to go get the development that you need? That's what I want to spend a little bit of time on today and empower you to understand what it's going to take to get there. But you may have a question that is really sitting on you now going, Montel, where do I look? Well, it really just depends on what you're looking for. Are you looking for motivation? Are you looking for some type of way to handle discipline within the classroom for behavioral management strategies? Are you looking for quick tips? Maybe you're looking for best practices, what research says. What I can tell you this today is that regardless of what you're looking for, there's so much out there that you just kind of need to find places that help you drill down the noise. One of my favorite things to do is to attend conferences. Not saying that you have to go to these very large, grandiose conferences held by these major education institutions, but if you drill in, I'm sure there are associations, little small groups, organizations that exist within your surroundings that are constantly holding professional development in a very small scale that's probably a little bit more intimate for what you're looking for to make sure that you're growing and having productive conversations. Large conferences are great too, as long as you have an outgoing personality to put yourself out there to talk, communicate, and network. But if that is intimidating for you, I encourage you to start with those organizations that exist within the neighboring area of where you're at. And so those could sound like a variety of different organizations. And I'm not going to sit here and run through a list of places because no matter where you are listening to this, we all have a variety of different associations and organizations that exist. So I'd be selling many people short. It's your job to take initiative and go find out what those organizations are and see what they're hosting and what they're holding that's going to allow for you to get there. I also implore you to, if you find something, ask your building leader, ask your district leaders to possibly fund that professional development for you. Most schools and most districts receive money to help you grow professionally. Don't be afraid to ask if it's okay if they help with the funding for that. And some buildings and some districts have like a process that you can go through for voting. And so I want to make sure you just have that knowledge and understanding that you don't have to always get this professional development out of your pocket. But some of my favorite places to look so that way you can kind of see where does a person like Montel get his motivation. I go to places like John Gordon, Simon Sinek, Baruti Kafele, Principal L, and the list goes on. There's so many people out there that can give you the guidance you need for motivation. But then you may be asking those other questions for like quick tips, research, best practices. Well, I'm going to lean on the Association for Supervision and Curriculum. They have so many books, articles, little webinars, things that you can really go to really get plugged in and keep up with what's going on in education and where you may need to grow. So you just need to start picking categories of your professional development of where you want to grow. It could be professionally in the area of teaching literacy, mathematics, or maybe you are struggling like most first and second year teachers are struggling with, and that's managing the classroom of how do I ask for permission to get out of my seat and get a pencil or sharpen my pencil. Those things are little minute things that seem small and simple to take care of on the fly, but really if you don't have a system that governs that, it can really throw off your entire day and make it hard for kids to learn. And so whatever that is you're seeking, I encourage you to look there. I'm not putting a plug out there for ASCD, but it's really helped me. And so I just really want to make sure I'm giving you information that helped me grow, helped me get to where I am today. As you take control, something else I want you to also consider is, have you gotten your master's yet? Or are you possibly seeking to get your doctorate? Do you want to be nationally certified? Those are things that you might want to consider, because by continuing your education in those areas, you can surround yourself with other educators who have the same passions and the same desires as you. And when you surround yourself, I believe in that concept of iron sharpens iron. You're going to put yourself in a position to elevate, learn more, and have conversations and dive deeper into this profession than you probably ever thought you could. And it's all it's going to do is just make you better and grow you up and make you so much more sufficient for kids. Because at the end of the day, I really want you to become a force multiplier for kids. I want you to be a difference maker. Remember, the essential fundamental question is, are kids at an advantage because you are the adult in their life? Let that one sink in for a bit. So in closing, I want you to make sure you take this last bit of words from me. Your development should not rest in the hands of any one single person other than yourself. So what will you do today to get yourself on the right track in your career to keep growing professionally? Because even myself, still to this day, I am constantly seeking out information and ways to get better. And that's the beauty of being in the field of education. Thank you for tuning in today. This has been Montel Evans and another episode of MoEd Talks. See you next time. Thank you for watching MoEd Talks. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a topic you would like to hear on the show? Leave your suggestions in the comments.